Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we have a Kinzo 1800 watt angle grinder, and it was given to me by a neighbour, and it's got some issues. This is a regular angle grinder, and this one is a big one. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I did to refurb this older Kinzo angle grinder. The nut is absolutely stuck on, and unfortunately I've decided to put the nut wrench on my other angle grinder. So anyway, get rid of the handle, and then get some penetrating oil into the nut. Get some heat on it. Hopefully you don't set fire to everything. Please be careful. The idea is the heat will expand the aluminium outer nut, and the steel nut in the middle will not expand quite so much. And fingers crossed we'll be able to get that nut off. We have a bit of a go here, but it doesn't quite work out as well as we'd like it to. We even take a hammer to it. We're trying to figure out quite how to angle it all and make it work. For me on the workbench. Gave up on getting the disc off. Quite a frustrating moment. It's quite well stuck on. So decided that it would be a good idea to have a look at the angle grinder. There's unfortunately a nasty split in the cable towards the grommet, the strain relief grommet at the end of the grinder. But we'll fix that a bit later on. So we'll have a quick look at the brushes, see what the brushes have got to say for themselves. With a bit of luck, the brushes are okay. Not sure. Let's pull them out and see what transpires. But there it is. Anyway, it's a 240 volt 50 hertz 1800 watt angle grinder. It does about 6,000 revolutions per minute. So let's just pop those brushes out and have a quick look and see what's going on inside. Are the brushes in good shape? Well, first appearance, let's get a bit of a closer look at this. Yeah, first appearance, they look absolutely fantastic. So we'll just continue on. We'll have a look at the other brush, pop that one back in, and to be fair, I think that's pretty good. Pop the other brush out, have a look at that one. Just zipping into high speed so I don't bore you too much. Got no jokes to tell you or anything silly, but yeah, that other brush is fine too. Great news. So now we need to start thinking about what is going wrong. Why isn't this running? Maybe I didn't explain that to start off with. This is a non-runner. So we've got to figure out what the crikey is going on. So just going to stick the voltmeter into ohms mode, and it'll give us an opportunity to have a quick look at the fuse. See if the fuse is good. Where is the fuse test? Here comes the fuse test. Does it go beep? And yes, it does. But actually, as soon as I touched the fuse just almost fell straight out. It's really loose. So we need to fix the problem with that to start off with. So let's get these little terminals inside the plug. UK plugs, by the way, have fuses in them, so what we're going to do is just give them a little squeeze so that it makes a better contact with the fuse itself. The fuse is working. It's a 13 amp fuse, maybe a little bit high, but I suppose 1800 watts, whatever. So we're going to pop the speed control, well, it's not a speed control, pop the trigger mechanism apart here. There is no speed control in this. It's an angle grinder. It's either on or off, but it has a slow capacitance start on it. Also had a bit of a problem with one of the screws, so we're finding a decent fit screwdriver, and we're getting an electric drill on it to sort that out. So here comes the electric drill. Bit of pressure on it, boom. And out she comes. So there's the other screw, happy days. Prise the bad boy apart, and inside it's a bit dusty and a bit messy. There's a few different mechanisms kicking around in there. The switch mechanism itself, let's have a quick look, see what's going on with the switch mechanism. Yeah, I'm going to spray everything with a bit of WD-40 because it's a bit like Windex, you know, it just fixes so many different problems. Get the old mechanism reassembled after having slightly broken it. So this is the slow start, then there's also a couple of cables leading out to the motor. Just having a quick look at the motor, but if you look there, I'm rotating the wheel and the motor is showing different impedance readings, which means that the motor itself is actually in good shape. Everything checks out inside the power mechanism there, the power delivery mechanism. So I'm going to go ahead, reassemble that madness, get the plug, have a look at the plug, plug it in, and then we're going to have a go at spinning it up and see what happens. Oh my goodness, does it work? Wow, yeah, unbelievable. So, yeah. Very happy that that actually works. So now we have an angle grinder with a disc that's completely stuck on it. Just for grins, this is a diamond encrusted blade. Just for grins, we're going to prove to you that we can create sparks by smashing metal against metal at very high speeds. Okay, so we're going to do a really, really nasty bodge. I'm watching this video of what I'm doing here and thinking, really? Did I do that? It's quite dubious. A very dubious bit of engineering going on. Matt and Rich's little signatures down carved into the folding workbench. Not a lot of space in the shed here. Anyway, so yeah, just going ahead and that's a self-amalgamating tape to give on the strain relief there, and then there's also some electrical insulation type tape that we're winding around that just to give it a bit of strain relief. The good news is none of the internal conductors that I could see were broken. Probably should have actually rewired it, but you know, it is what it is. For right now, that all looks like it's okay. The issue is this plate is stuck on it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some flameage back on it. The idea here is the aluminium will expand a little bit more than the steel, just down to its thermal properties. And we're... Oh, look. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. That is proper. Ouch. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, touching something that you've just heated up with a blowtorch isn't a great idea, children, so don't do it. Anyway, great news, we have actually refurbished an angle grinder, an 1800 watt. Cheers guys and girls, happy days, super happy, woohoo!